Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. So, we've been on hiatus for a few days because of my travel schedule, but we are back today. Jay, I wanted you and I to get together very quickly and talk about some of the proposed fights on the undercard of Gervonta Davis versus Frank Martin. Now, these fights are rumored. There is no official announcement, but we know with some of the other PBC fights, some of those rumors came to fruition. Now, Gervonta Davis versus Frank Martin, Jay, we talked about this fight on many occasions. We also talked about the fact that we believe that Gervonta Davis is going to have to face one of Frank Martin, Shakur Stevenson, or Devin Haney, and he's taking on that challenge in 2024. That will, in my personal opinion, keep the momentum going as it relates to Gervonta Davis and him being box office. So I'm excited about him getting back into the ring with a credible opponent like Frank Martin. But when you think about this undercard, Jay, if the rumors are to be believed, this would be an excellent undercard. So, number one, they're saying that David Benavidez will make his 175-pound debut against Alexander. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. You guys know I'm terrible with last names. And then also what's rumored to be on the undercard is David Morrell versus Boo Boo Andre. Now, Jay, when you think about this, David Benavidez just recently headlined his own card versus Boo Boo Andre. So now you're getting the opportunity to see David Benavidez, who is a wrecking ball on the undercard of Gervonta Davis versus Frank Martin. If this is true, that in and of itself will make this a tremendous card. Then you're adding Boo Boo Andre, who is really stepping out there and taking on a lot of risk in order to make his name. Yeah. We know that Boo Boo Andre has been in the game for quite some time and hasn't really had the opportunity to fight some of the upper echelon fighters in his division. And so now he's taking on the risk of fight somebody like David Morrell, which would also be an exciting fight based off David Morrell's style and the fact that we want to see David Morrell in the ring. Massive, massive fight card. Now, we know that there are a lot of people out there that are interested in besmirching. What I'm losing it. What besmirch? Besmirch. It's been a long day, guys. I'm sorry. I am tired. But anyway, there are a lot of people that are out there interested in criticizing the PBC in regards to their fight cards and what we've seen them do in the past. Personally, I thought PBC carried 2023 for boxing. It's just as simple as that.
It did.
And they put on the best cards in 2023. And quite frankly, I think they've been putting on the best cards for quite some time now. Of course, that's going to label me, or people in the comment section are going to label me a PBC lover, if you will. They'll probably use a more derogatory term, but that's fine as well. But, I mean, to me, this is just another example of PBC putting on the biggest fights in the sport, and that's what we want to see. And so I'm super excited about the opportunity to see these gentlemen in the ring. I think every fight fan should be interested in seeing this fight. That's my opinion. I would imagine they would be. But there are going to be people that's going to criticize it no matter what. But, Jay, what's your thoughts on this potential fight card? We're not saying that this will actually happen, but in the past, there have been rumors out there in terms of the undercard, and most times, relative to PBC, they came to fruition. So, Jay, what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, that'd be dope undercard. I mean, both Davids being on there is good enough for me. I mean, David Benavidez has been on the card. He could headline it, and David Morrell be a co-main. That still be a great card. But to have Tank versus Frank as the main event, David versus OG for the beat Mando for the Bivol better be winner, and then David Morrell fighting Boo Boo, that'd be great. I do doubt the David Morrell versus Boo Boo Andrade fight will be actually coming to fruition for this simple reason. Boo Boo, after he lost to David Benavidez, he was talking about going back down to 160. So I think that's the only reason he wouldn't be on there. But you never know. He may have changed his mind. He may dare to be great and fight a young killer in David Morrell, which I give him all the props in the world to do that. Now, I've also seen a different fight card lineup, just slightly different. So it wouldn't be David Morrell and Boo Boo. It would be a rematch of Edwin De Los Santos, a.k.a. Ghost, versus Ryu Venezuela. That would be a hell of a good. That would be a fan friendly fight as well. And then also on this projected card, the Stanionis versus a gentleman by the name of Gabriel Mastery. Now I've seen Mastery fight last year. Um he upset Trayvon Marshall, who's a prospect, undefeated prospect, knocked him out. He's also beaten Devin Alexander and Mikael Fox as well. So he has a few wins, although he only has 6 fights. Stanionis only has 14. Stanionis been out the ring like 2 years, so this would be a good step up fight for him. Well, get back fight for him rather. So I think that'll be good. But either fight card would be great. I mean, it's going to be fan friendly. You have David Benavidez, and you know he's going to go in there for the knockout. You know he's going to give you punches and bunches, try to handle business. He's stepping up to 175 to be a man of the dude. He's fighting his own loss once to Beterbiev. Got knocked out in the 10th round, I believe, against Beterbiev. So I mean, he's not fighting a slouch. And then Frank versus Tank, that's going to be a hell of a matchup as well. So I mean, either way they cut it, I'd be happy with either card or even a mix of them. You know, so I think we're going to be in for a good treat. And to your point, PBC definitely held on. They held boxing down last year. And this fight card right here, either one of these options come out into fruition, it's going to be the best card that's been done thus far.
No, I agree. I'm excited to see what ends up happening. They haven't even announced the official fight yet, or they haven't announced the main card as officially going to happen. But Gervonta Davis has hinted to it. I believe he has something on his Instagram that also hinted to it. So I'm excited about it to see what ends up happening. It's a slow start for PBC, but certainly it seems like they're getting on track to deliver the fights that we want to see in 2024. And it'll be interesting. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. You guys tell us what you think in the comment section in regards to the rumors that are currently out there relative to David Morrell and David Benavidez. Would you be excited to see this particular fight or these particular fights? And, is PBC moving in the right direction? Let us know. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Angry Man Podcast, AM Sports Media, and we are out.